I'm Sarah Bernard, and here with Sarah Castile of St. Louis Food Rescue. We've been talking about this really neat organization, St. Louis Food Rescue, started by teenagers in St. Louis, primarily Clayton and Ladue high schools, but I'm sure you go way beyond that in terms of the number of volunteers and the youth that are helping. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy who started it went to Lafayette.
Okay, so you're all over the metro area. Yeah, which is great. And you guys are just doing an amazing job with so many deliveries each week and coordinating with Whole Foods and other donors, I assume?
Yeah, so we switch around. So we've had a lot from the Donut Palace in the past.
The Donut Palace?
Yeah, and we're working, it's really hard because, you know, Schnucks is only through Operation Food Search. So if we want to get any food donated, we have to actually go through Operation Food Search. So, you know, that kind of poses as a barrier. Other places already have, you know, other people getting donations, so it's been hard, but Whole Foods has been incredible with the amount that they've given us.
Yeah, well, and it's neat for you to kind of see logistics, how you make things happen, all the different steps you have to take to just to accomplish your mission. So though Schnucks is doing something great in the community, you have to take different steps to get to those sources. So now, what's been going on? You were telling me off camera about a big event that you've had the last couple of weeks.
So we finally just completed the pumpkin project. It was a long process to plan, very stressful. I'm really glad it's over now. We can relax for a couple weeks before we figure out what we're gonna do with everything. So basically we took the pumpkins from patches all over St. Louis, even some in Illinois, some out of St. Louis area, you know, they come from all around the area. And we took them to Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School. They've been amazing. They gave us their kitchens for the past 2 weekends so that we could make the pumpkins into puree. So we had people, you know, we had to coordinate the logistics of people picking up the pumpkins, bringing them to the school. At the school, they had to bake each one individually, which thousands of pumpkins to bake each one individually took a lot of time. We estimated, I think, around 10 tons of pumpkins.
Oh, wow. So you're basically taking the pumpkins from the patches after Halloween, right?
Yeah, so right after Halloween.
The forgotten pumpkins.
The forgotten pumpkins, you know, if you ever wonder what happens to them, they don't just stay in the fields and rot anymore.
Right. Good.
Yeah, so we baked them all, made them into puree. It's now being frozen and stored at Schnucks right now. We have another location we're bringing it to. But so what we do, the people that get food from us every week, we give the puree to them and they can make food themselves out of it. So they can make soup. We give them a recipe courtesy of the culinary school, or, you know, pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread. So if they want to do it themselves, we say, okay, how many buckets do you want? How many people do you have? And they can just take it. And we give them instructions. Or we're going to have events coming up in the later holiday season where we have volunteers come into the culinary school and we'll thaw it out and make, you know, things that we can bake in mass quantities in the ovens. So we estimate if we made all pumpkin bread, we would make around 50,000 servings.
Wow.
With what we have.
So just listening to you, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of work involved in organizing these kinds of efforts. So how much time are you and your colleagues spending, and how are you getting your schoolwork done?
So it's been hard lately. On an average week, you know, to coordinate the deliveries, it's only a few hours. It's really not too bad. If we have, you know, media or events coming up, it takes a little more time. So for the pumpkin project, I would say hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, in between classes, I'm calling people back, listening to my voicemail, emailing.
I love it. In the hallways of Clayton High School. There you are. So, and you know, they always say if you want somebody to get something done, give it to somebody who's busy. So clearly, you're a perfect example of that.
I am.
Because I know you've got sports and everything else. You're a busy girl.
I am a very busy girl. Yeah. So I go all day without a break now, without a lunch. So it's been, you know, one thing to the next.
Well, make sure you're taking care of your own needs. That's all I can say from a mother.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break right now, Sarah, but real quick, volunteers, people can find you to help out through your website?
So yeah, St. Louis Food Rescue has a website. It's called STLFoodRescue.org. We have, you know, how to volunteer, how to get involved, all of our info right on there. Okay,
so this is a great project for teenagers in the St. Louis area who want to help out with a food project for the homeless. So make sure you contact Sarah through her website. And up next, the Missouri History Museum delves into the life of slaves at Monticello. Stay with us.